Hi to all families, it's Mrs. Ruprecht. I wanted to send you guys a little tutorial on how to use Seesaw and take advantage of all the different things that it has to offer. And I just know that there's a lot coming at you and I want to be as helpful as I can and have a resource for you. So, most of you have been using Seesaw for quite some time. Some of you are a little bit newer to it. I do have all families on Seesaw, so yay, thank you for that. Everybody received a code like this initially, and this is for the Parent Connect app. So I created myself as a student in the classroom just so I could walk you through some of this. So it says Mrs. Ruprecht's family invite, so you should have one like that. Something that I will mention quickly related to this is you can access the parent information such as communications from me or work that your child has posted on this app. It is separate from the app that your child will do activities on, but still very important, if not the most important, because that's how we'll be communicating with you exactly what to do. So if you're going to be using it from both a smartphone or a tablet and a computer, it's just important that you make that account and you log in on your smartphone first. Feel that out. You can use both. It just seems to have a tricky time going from the computer to the smartphone. Okay, so everybody should be pretty good with that. This code is brand new. And so this is a personal learning code to your child or your student. So this is Mrs. Ruprecht's home learning code. You should have received this in a folder that was sent home along with some resources like a math book and a handwriting book and a packet of work. And so the important things to know about this, again, you can use it from a computer or from a phone or a tablet. I think it will be the easiest for our students to work from a tablet or a phone because that is how they have been operating Seesaw in our classroom, as we have a classroom set of iPads for them to use. That doesn't mean you can't do it on a computer. You 100% can, and I'm happy to walk you through that or help you with that in any way. If you are using a phone or a tablet, excuse me one second, then I would just recommend scanning that QR code. I think that's probably the easiest, but you can also type in this text code. If you see on this little computer under the text code, it shows where you would click the word for text code and be able to type that in. If you, you can do that both on a phone and a tablet or on a computer. Our students don't have usernames and passwords, so after you finish clicking I'm a student, they'll ask you to log in, and if you can't scan a barcode with your computer, you can just easily type this in. I used all caps and I did leave spaces and it worked. So that's what I would recommend there. I want to walk you through that. So you're going to type in app.seesaw@me. You don't need the login piece, that just comes up on its own. And then you're going to click I'm a student. Our students should know that they click this because it has little faces next to it. And we don't have an email and password for them. So this is where I'm talking about you're going to enter in that text code. So I'm going to enter in my @learning code to get logged in. I could also scan a code here and enable my computer's camera to do that. So whatever you think is easiest. And once you get logged in, just don't sign out. Let your kids keep in it unless you happen to have a kindergarten and a second grader who are going to be sharing the same device. Then I could understand wanting to stay in it. So any activities that I'll be assigning for students to do in Seesaw will be in their activity folder here, which I always tell my students to check for the light bulb. Are there any things to do by the light bulb? As you can see, I have 21 because that is a plethora of different assignments that I have assigned my students throughout the year. You may notice that some of your students have work in their light bulb now. That doesn't mean I just assigned it. It maybe means that they didn't get to it earlier this year. For whatever reason, they were doing other work, or they maybe spent a little bit more time on a different activity and didn't get to it. That is not assigned. Again, no work will be assigned until March 30th if we are doing further distance learning. So, but this is kind of what it looks like. So they'll hit, I always tell them to hit that light bulb. And then let's say for the day that I have assigned, I'm gonna choose the CVC practice short E. They need to click the green plus button to add a response. If you just click on the picture, it won't allow you to do anything. It just pulls up a picture of the activity. So they need to click that green plus add a response. So they're going to click that, and then they'll be in here. So there are all these little tools that most of the students are familiar with using. There's pens and highlighters and erasers and a touch tool. So we're going to be using the touch tool on this one. Sometimes my students have a tricky time dragging the letters from below to above with their finger. And if your child is struggling with that, that is not what's being assessed. So feel free to have them switch to the pen tool, and then they can simply write the letter in. And then there's always the eraser if they need to fix that. So over here, they will hit the microphone, and it will begin. You might have to allow your computer to use that microphone. So it will prompt them that it's going to begin recording, and then they will say bed. And we sound it, sing it, say it. So we say, I'm going to click this finger so I can touch, and I'm going to say b, d, bed, bed. And then if they want to pause in between each word so they can think about it before they do the next one, sometimes the recordings get really long there, feel free to do that. Anytime they're ready to record, they hit this button. When they have finished the entire page, then they click done up here. It should give them a preview of their work. And then they will say bed. And we sound it, sing. So you can play a preview of their work and decide, yes, that's what I want to submit. And then you hit the check mark one final time, and it will upload to their journal. So now this is in my journal, and that will be waiting for the teacher's response, me, to go respond to that. So their journal is going to be all of the postings that they have done, and you'll see them there. Now, if I have sent them a message, for example, it will be in their inbox, which is over here, which I have sent a couple videos to our kiddos just saying I miss them, and they're there for them to see, and they can watch those, and then they can respond to them. They can also send me a message or make a post of their own. For example, we might have you, be coloring some sight words during this time. And if that's the case and your child wants to show me the wonderful work that they did, they can click this green circle plus that's on the upper right portion of the page. And then they can choose if they want to take a photo, which will enable the camera within their computer or device or whatever they're using, if they want to upload a file, a photo, or a video, or if they want to make a drawing, or if they want to take a video, which again will enable whatever device they're using, or if they want to include a link to something for me to see, but maybe they want to take a picture. So I'm going to allow my camera to work. So I have to click allow, and then say hi, and then you're gonna take a picture. It's not a very nice picture, but you're gonna take a picture, and maybe I'm like, oh, I don't like that picture, so I want to try again. You could go take another picture, and then you would simply hit that green check mark, and it would post to their journal or to me. So that is a good way for me to see it. Yes, so that's kind of the bulk of what they're going to be doing in their journal. They'll see notifications here, so if they have a new message from me, that's where it will be. Otherwise, they'll see all their things in their class journal. And then if you want them to sign out, then they're just going to go over here and click this little gear by their name and click sign out. So that is the bulk of what the kiddos are going to be doing in their Seesaw. We will still be continuing to message parents in the parent portion just to keep you updated on the expectations and what we want this distance learning to look like if and when we need to do that. So if you have any questions about this, or you're wondering about the new at-home learning codes, please give me a call, shoot me an email, message me on Seesaw, however you want to contact me, and I'll help walk you through it. So thanks so much.